Alright everyone, if you've just stumbled across me just like on a YouTube search or via links on Instagram or TikTok, you may not be aware of Cop Talk TV, which is Duncan Oldham's channel. Dunk lives in Spain and does go out and get the Spanish printed copies of the papers daily, so he's very well aware of like sport and marca and stuff like that. And he does a video and breakdown of the papers. And for me, he's brilliant at it. He gives a really in-depth analysis on it, and he knows his stuff. He's been doing Cop Talk for nearly 30 years. And he shared something from Marca, and it's by Jose Felix Diaz. And he's basically the equivalent to Real Madrid to what Paul Joyce would be to us. So he's their trusted journalist. And he's been pretty much on the ball on this from start to finish. So if you want the accurate information, he's the name to look for. And he's the name I know Donkus said he recommends. Now, Marca have been reporting the move from Liverpool to Madrid for Trent since the end of 2023. It says here, I'm just looking at, they target players whose contracts are nearing expiry, and we saw, it's no secret they were interested in Alphonso Davies, but he decided to stay at Bayern because they gave him a huge offer, and apparently it surpassed what Madrid were going to offer. And the club have been negotiating. Well, so it says Madrid are about to close negotiations with Trent, and that's since they've been ongoing since December, and that's when Real Madrid informed Liverpool they wanted to try and reach an agreement for Trent. From what we know, and it's what's been reported, the agreement presented was a 5-year contract, and we wouldn't receive a fee because his contract ends on the 30th of June. We know they have problems with Carvajal, and Vasquez is the only specialist available. Valverde filled in later on. So it's just where to go if you want to look more into the Trent stuff. I mean, I'm not going to analyse the Marca articles because Dunk does that anyway. And to be honest, I've seen a snippet of one of the articles for Marca, and I can't read it because I can't speak Spanish. But I'm just giving you a breakdown of some of the things that they've been talking about, and his Spanish reviews are probably the best place to go for looking at the Trent stuff. And sometimes in those reviews we hear more about things. We might hear names that we've discovered that Dean Housen's being talked about in the Spanish press. Obviously you'll hear a lot about Zubamendi because we had the interest last summer, and Now there's still the reported links with Arsenal. And if Spanish clubs play an English club, we'll hear about that as well. So obviously we had Sajad recently with Man United, which Man United won over the two legs. It was never mind a game of two horses, it was a game of penalties, the second game. But yeah. So this is really basically an information video. I can't really get them Spanish printed copies. I mean, I technically could, but I'd have to pay for them and I can't translate them. I could probably source an English online version, but they don't always tally. For example, the printed online one that's in English may cover all the regions, whereas the printed copies might be specific to a certain region, because obviously you've got different regions in Spain. You've got, for example, the Basque region, the Catalan region, you've got the Valencia region. So they will focus on an individual region, whereas a summary might just give snippets. You'll find the channel in my descriptions anyway, so if you pop along and if you find Dunk through me, just tell him I've sent him your way just for the Spanish review stuff. I mean, he supported me, so I'd like to do something in a way to support him, even though it's not much. But yeah, the Spanish reviews will be a lot where you get the Trent stuff, the Spanish papers, and the name you want to look for, and I've mentioned him in the video. Alright guys, thank you very much.